The heavyweight division is in safe hands, and look at these hands here. Adam Olaniyan, how are you, sir?
All good, sir. All good, Dev.
It's a pleasure to finally meet you.
Likewise.
It's a big day. You've just been announced as a Queensberry fighter, announced that you're going pro, and you've just done your first press conference.
Yeah.
How are you?
Good. Obviously, the first presser, I was a bit nervous, but I shook off the nerves towards the end of it.
So look, we touched upon a few bits in the press conference, but we've got time to go a little bit more in depth here. What you won as an amateur was outstanding, right? I mean, world youth super heavyweight champion. That must be the best thing that's happened to you, right, in your career.
Yeah, like obviously it was a great thing, but also you can look at the other side of it. You had lads hounding me day and night, ringing me, calling me. So I never really had time to digest it and think about it, but I'm glad I finally found my team.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty good accomplishment, and probably one where you've made your parents proud, and I'm sure they've told you. Yeah,
I hope so. You know, and that's what I'm really doing this for. I see my mom and dad working every day, and I don't want them to work anymore. I want to put them in a position where I'm looking after them. You know what I mean?
Well, listen, you're in the right division to progress. You know, certainly financially, very quickly. People love watching heavyweights. They love watching heavyweights that can knock people out. Can you do that?
Of course I can. Of course I can. Easy.
What are you looking forward to most about your debut March 14th?
The atmosphere. I'm looking forward to the buzz. I'm looking forward to having my home supporters, you could say, and people from Tala, where I'm from, in Jobstown, and my amateur boxing club, hopefully coming along and supporting and just being able to share that moment with them. Because obviously in the amateur system, you're fighting abroad, you're fighting in the maddest places, and obviously people can't get there, but it's in our hometown. It's a stone throw away. I'm looking forward to that.
The whole kind of thing with waiting for the Olympics or turning pro early seems to be a real story currently in boxing, and in your division. Moses Itauma, of course, he would have had his potential Olympic dreams. Daniel Dubois had talked about it as well. Dubois went on to become a world champion. Moses will get there soon enough.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how much did you look at those kind of stories before making your decision?
Obviously, like there's a thing in boxing where if you don't win an Olympic gold medal, your career won't be as good as it could be. And I'm looking at the likes of Daniel Dubois, beat Anthony Joshua. He's beaten some top level guys, and he was a world champion. Looking obviously at Moses, how he's ripping through the heavyweight division at the minute and how he's progressing. If they can do that, they're only human. I can do that too. And to be honest, I credit myself with what God has gifted me, and I believe what He has given me, I can use that to my advantage and progress.
So I asked you at the presser about like almost has their direction had an influence on you, and you said yeah, but it was also a kind of but I'm not looking up to those guys. You know, they'll probably feature in your future. Moses certainly being only a year older than you. These are future potential fights for you.
Definitely, and it's obviously I can appreciate how young they turned over and what they've been able to accomplish, but I'm my own man and I'm not looking at their story. I'm not looking at their clock to set my time. You know what I mean? I'm doing things at my own pace, and when the time is right, we'll fight, and hopefully, God willing, they're mega fights, me, Daniel, Moses, and we can just change heavyweight boxing for the better.
So what made you get into it then?
Into boxing or professional?
This crazy old sport, boxing. What made you want to punch people for a living?
Well, it's kind of always been in my blood. You know, my dad was a boxer too, and so long story short, it's a pretty long story. My mom brought me and my brother to the gym. My big brother had his first fight. We came back and my dad was like, "Oh, I was a boxer too." Never told us. And we're like, "All right, cool. So I guess we're really doing this now." So I took up the boxing then, didn't really take it serious when I was 7, and then when I was turned 13, I got pretty handled in sparring. Not really good, like really hurt. And then
you'll never forget that, will you?
No, and I feel like if that didn't happen to me, I wouldn't be here today talking to you. So, the day after that, started running every day, and that year I won 2 nationals and a European gold medal. And since then, it's just been up.
So your brother's a boxer as well?
My older brother, yeah, he still boxes. Josh Olaniyan, he's fighting in the nationals this weekend.
But he's not heavyweight, is he?
Light heavyweight.
So that's interesting. So you're the younger brother, but you just sort of, at some point he stopped and you just carried on going.
You know, the funny thing is, I was always bigger.
Right.
Always. But like, obviously, he had a bit of height on me, and then all of a sudden. But, no.
You don't spar now, do you?
No. That's a tricky question. Like, we sparred in the lockdown and stuff. We'd be sparring at the house, and when the restrictions eased, we were in the club doing a bit of sparring, and let's just say it didn't end well for either one of us. You know what I mean?
Stylistically, then, what do you look at in the heavyweight division, and what clues can you give us about how you are going to shape up as a pro?
It's a good question. Me personally, I like to adapt to what's in front of me. If I need to go on the front foot, I'll go on the front foot. If I need to go on the back foot, I'll go on the back foot. And I credit myself that I'm pretty good at either one of those. But I'd study a lot of Lennox. I'd study a lot of Vladimir Klitschko. So hopefully, I do try to base my style around those guys.
So tall guys keep people there, but can suddenly turn their lights off.
Yeah, and if I need to go on the front foot and eat up the ground, I will.
Wow, I mean these are good fights to look up to. You're what, 6'6"?
6'6", yeah.
Goodness me! So the future is bright.
Please God, yeah, that's it.
Amazing. I could speak to you all day. I just feel like I'm going to be interviewing you for 10 years. So let's not keep let's not unravel the story too much. But best of luck to you.
Thanks, Dave.
March 14th. Tell me a little bit about the St. Patrick's Day kind of element to that, the weekend. That's going to be good, right?
It's going to be crazy. And another thing is, last year when I won the Worlds and people were hounding me to turn professional, if I turned pro then, I wouldn't make my debut on such a good card.
Yeah.
You know, so good things.
What happens for a reason, doesn't it?
Good things happen to those who wait. So I'm happy that I waited it out and I'm making my debut on an amazing card.
Best of luck.
Thanks so much, Dave. Thank you.